I don't understand why I'm crooked and I can't adjust. Stop it. Puppies want to eat my breakfast as well. You know what? I can't make it level unless I put something underneath the tripod, maybe. Oh. Do I have to mute? So I'm about to have breakfast. It is 8:20. I've got my eggs. I've got my puppies. I've got my dogs with me. Got my cup of tea. And I always have to have an extra piece of toast for the dogs. What have I created here? Such a beautiful morning. Hello there. I'm Mel, and yeah, I'm just gonna go live for a little bit, maybe half an hour. I'm not really sure. Yeah, if you've got any questions, oh, thanks for the like. Hi, Debbie Sue. Hi, how are you? I again, like, I wanted to go live a bit earlier, but just life. Sorry, my camera is on a bit of an angle. I don't quite know how to set up my DJI so that it's even, because I move my camera, I move it, and I don't really think it's going to get better than that. I don't think I've got the phone on the cradle right because it's gone on a bit of an angle. Hi Rishi, how are you? Welcome to my live. I'm just going to eat my breakfast before it gets too cold. You look fine, thank you. I haven't done one of these lives in person for a while where I'm actually on the screen. You're going to hear chickens, birds and dogs in the background, and I hope I don't have to mute when they get too loud. What am I doing? Sorry. I'm at my desk working on some things and I saw you live. Awesome. I hope you're working on some videos, some stories. You love the background sounds. It is morning and it's not too early, but I just kept putting off going live as we do. You know, things just have to align. Had to have my cup of tea when I got up, had to feed all the pets, feed the chickens, cats, the dogs. Get myself dressed. Rishi, what am I doing? I'm having my breakfast at the moment and just wanted to come on and chat monetization on YouTube. I'm feeling new, like this is my first, no, this November is my second month being monetized. So yeah, learning lots of things. And Debbie is always working on her stories. It's good. There you go. Just give the the dog's a little bit more of a treat. My daughter's still asleep, and my husband and son stayed away with their friends for a night. Thank you, Debbie Sue. It took me, how long? About 8 months to get partially monetized, and another 3 months, so 11 months in total to be fully monetized. It's a stampede. The dogs are chasing a bird. I don't normally eat while I'm on video. I don't particularly enjoy it, but if I don't eat now, I won't go live if I don't eat now. Oh, my egg just fell off. So I'm sorry that I'm eating. So yeah, the journey, like, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, as long as you're being consistent, you're building up community. I think that is the key. Yeah, and you know, we set ourselves these unrealistic goals sometimes, and we're our own worst enemy. It's pretty special when you get there, and I should have celebrated a lot better than I did, but I just got busy. Get busy with work, busy with home, life, you know, life. And I'm not on YouTube like doing lives a lot like I did to build up my hours. I was always doing my music lives, and I haven't done them for a while because I did get a little bit fatigued. Oh gosh, I hope these dogs settle down soon. Naughty. They're so naughty. Dogs just doing their jobs. Oh, the wild birds fly into our porch and eat the dog's food, so the dogs just hate them. Hey Jamal, how are you? Gosh, I haven't seen you for a while, and I'm sorry I probably haven't been on your channel either for a bit. But thank you. Thanks for being here. You know, as we grow our YouTube channels and we build our communities, we build, you know, we're supporting everybody. Yeah, I need to do a bit of a stock take as to how many people I'm subscribed to. Because my account is probably about 12 years old, I think. So when I first started it, it wasn't a channel as such. So I was following a lot of different YouTubers' channels. and some like from 12 years ago I don't even watch anymore. Yeah, so I do need to, I mean, I don't like to unsubscribe to anybody, but if I'm not watching those videos anymore, YouTube just won't show me in my feed. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot to keep up with, isn't it? And then, you know, we want to support all of our new content creators. But during these lives as well, like I get people like Jamala, who I haven't connected with for quite a few, I'd say a few months. It reminds me to go and watch and return, you know, the support. And as I get older, I need that reminder as well. Hey Jessie, how are you? How you doing? I did come on a bit earlier today. I did say I was going to come on early morning, but then I had my daughter and we actually stayed up quite late. We were watching Wednesday, the series. Like, I hadn't actually watched it before. I know, like, the Addams Family. I was brought up with the Addams Family. I can't remember how old I was when they were on TV. But yeah, never watched the Wednesday series. So we watched half of the first series. So just binged, you know. And I haven't actually watched Netflix. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to say for a year now. I haven't been on Netflix. So we were watching Wednesday, and it was pretty good. Yes, we don't get to bed till late. But I always wake up early, and but it is 8:30 now, and it's late for me to be having breakfast this late. But I got up and I did my chores and got some laundry on and got a load of laundry out, and with the Temu pods as well. I'm doing a bit of an experiment. I've got a larger load on and I put 2 pods in, but like when it was just 1 pod and maybe half a load, I was seeing that the suds were you could see that there were some suds, but I think it's working, which is good. I'm not wasting my money. Sorry, squirrel thoughts here. I'm deviating from what I was originally talking about, but yeah, got my chores done and just thought, okay, I'm gonna have some eggs for breakfast, and you know that takes a bit of time to prepare, and then finally sitting down, and I thought I've got to go live, and if I don't, I won't. And then my daughter is still asleep, so and my husband's and son are away for a night, so he's not going to distract me or make me feel nervous or embarrassed about going live when he's around. Like, that happens. It's real. I'm doing good, but unfortunately, my husband's dad is very unwell. He's been unwell for a number of years now, but I think just this last week he really has declined, and it's probably not going to be long, and he will be transitioning. Sad to say. And unfortunately, we get a bit annoyed with the medical profession here. Not telling people when they're prescribing drugs, they're not telling the family or the person about the side effects. And definitely what my father-in-law's been suffering this week are really bad side effects. And had they known that it's because of the drugs, the medication, I think his mindset would be in a different place. Because some medication takes up to 2 weeks to for your body to adjust. And a few days into taking the medication, he's gone downhill. But hopefully things get better for the next couple of weeks for him. Hey Vima, how are you? Oh, sorry, just knocked the table there. I'm trying to eat my breakfast, but trying to do it gracefully. I'm not one to do mukbangs, and I've done it a couple of times on my videos and my lives, but certainly not a regular thing for me. So my daughter and I, that's good, Vima. My daughter and I have been making candles, and this one we've had for about 6 months. It's one that we bought from a local fair. Well, not local, it was actually, we had to travel to this, and I still haven't made my video on that. I took a lot of video footage while we were at this event, but I didn't get there. So my daughter and I decided a few months ago that we would make some candles, and it's not the first time I've made candles, but we got our supplies from our local Kmart. So we got 2 sets of wicks. So we've got I don't know if it's cotton or synthetic. I'd say they're cotton wicks. And then we got the wooden wicks. And we got our wax. And this is soy wax, which is really easy to melt. We don't have a microwave. No microwave in this house, but we just use a double boiler. To melt that down. It doesn't take long. And we had some tea lights, which were pumpkin scented. And my daughter, she actually just took, because it was Halloween, she just mounted the ones down that we had lit. And with our little silicone molds, it's got Amber's hair stuck to it. Amber made, she did this yesterday. This has got 3 different shapes of the tiny little molds. But unfortunately, they're not stuck down, but unfortunately she moved the candle while it was still liquid. So yeah, it's pretty unforgiving, when you're doing it in a clear glass. But this is just her test. She needs to cut the wicks. And we can still smell the pumpkin scent. Yeah, they're so cute. These tiny little candles. So yeah, that's a bit of fun. She might do some more today. So yeah, I might have a look at Temu and see what other molds that we can get. We like these ones, but we don't have one that is this size. I think the one that we have is just a little. She's got her hair all over it because she's taking out her dreads on her head. Her hair is just going everywhere. we've got this one, but it is smaller than this. Not by much, but I just wish that you could get this, like just buy the molds, but the pack we've got is like different shapes and assorted, but I just wish you could just get the one, but in different sizes. But I'll have a look. You might be able to do that on Temu. I'll see. Because it would be nice to have a bigger one like that, especially in a jar this size. Like you could put one there. This one will actually fit quite well. But I think we'll have a look, see what we can get. Yeah, it's a bit of fun. I don't know how many we're going to make. We need to get more wax though, and might do some Christmas gifts. I think that's the idea. And Christmas is just so close. And my family always, like my wider family, we never really decide on what we're going to do gift-wise. Like with the parents, with the adults, we've always just done the buy a girl's or female's gift and a male gift, and then it's a lucky dip. Yeah, we do that with my husband's family too. We usually set a price limit of about $30, but I think this year it's going down to $20. So I think actually making a candle like that would be really cost effective. We could put some little gemstones on there as well. Some petals, flowers. And I love those candles. I think years ago you used to be able to buy them, and inside them they had a little secret gift, and no one knew what gift they were getting. Like it could have been a ring, a piece of jewelry, or a gemstone, and you had to mount, you had to burn the candle to be able to get the gift out. We could we could potentially do that, but we'd have to tell the person, you actually have to burn this candle. You can't just leave it on display like we've done with this one, and it's got all dusty. It still smells really nice, but it's just got dust all in it. Like you can probably see it, like there's a bit, you just can't stop it from getting dusty. What else? I'm probably going to wax my legs today. That's I know, a bit personal, but yeah, I've got my wax here. I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to get ready for summer. It's starting to get really hot now, and I don't handle hot weather very well, but it's going to be the weekend that comes up, or over the holidays, over Christmas holidays, where the family will want to go swimming. Well, I've got to wear, shorts because it's so hot, or a skirt. So I'm all about saving money and doing things myself that I can do. My niece is a beautician. She could do my legs. She could do all of my beauty beauty essentials. It's getting cold. Oh, it's okay if you like the cold weather. Some people love it, don't they? And I think I really just like, you know, autumn and spring before it gets too hot or before it gets too cold. Mm. 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 It's done. So with monetization, I forgot that you need to turn it on, like with your lives. Yesterday's live I didn't have it switched on. And then I don't know how I feel about people watching ads, jumping into a live, especially for someone they've never seen or, you know, watched before, and they have to watch their ads. But this one today I've put the ads on. We'll just see. I've got to get used to having ads. Sham, Sarah, what? How are you? I'm not sure you've been here before. How are you? Nice of you to say hi. You want to see my puppies? They are getting big. Come on, Misty. Misty, come here. Thank you. So, they've had haircuts. Misty and Dewey have had haircuts. This is Misty. She used to be all black. She had brown hair. What have you got on you? What's this? Yes, 5 months old. She's still kind of brown, grey. There's grey black on her back there, and just lighter on her belly. She's still got her white stripe. Got your white stripe. Yes, you do. What do you smell? What can you smell? There's no food left. No food left. Misty? You okay? No. No, don't lick me. Don't lick me. No. You okay? Can you hold down? And Dewey, do you want to come up? Come here. Come on. Dewey's a lot bigger. Dewey got all the puppy milk. Didn't you, Dewey? So, this is Misty's brother, Dewey. He used to be quite brown. Very brown when he was born. And then now he's got a brown black stripe down his back. The dark muzzle, but the light belly. He's my... Sorry, Misty. You're both my favourites, but Dewey is my favourite. He stole my heart. Hey, you stole my heart. He's got really big paws. Hey! Come on. Got big paws, hey? You're going to be bigger than your mum? You're going to be bigger than your mum? I think so. I think he's going to be bigger than his mum. You going to eat your paw? Oh, sweetheart. Oh, sweetheart. Aren't you? So I was watching a video. So I started watching Ellen Smile. So she's just got monetized as well. So big shout out to Ellen Smile. She's worked so hard, and she's, you know, like many of us, doing YouTube to try and make a difference and share her story. And when she started, her husband was really, really ill, and unfortunately he passed away. But a lot of people didn't believe in her and believed that she would get her channel monetized and be, you know, get to this milestone. And so when I was walking the dogs last night, I started listening to her live from a day or two ago, not her recent live, but dear Ellen, she was crying tears of joy, but she was also like, you know, she's still mourning the loss of her husband. But yeah, just so she is such a sweet person. And if you don't know Ellen, please go and check her out, and support her. And so I'm about 3/4 of the way through her live, and it's only like 55 minutes long. So, but sometimes I have to watch or listen to something in stages. Like I can't always listen to it all at once. But I always go back and finish listening, watching. So I've got about 5 minutes left of it to go. And yeah, just wanted to shout out to Ellen. She's doing super well, but unfortunately she like overthinks. I believe we all overthink things, but yeah, Ellen was just so worried that she wouldn't get monetized, and she wanted to make sure all her ducks were in a row before she clicked on accept the partnership program. But she did it anyway. She, yeah, got her monetization set up. I think she's still yet to do her ads, set up the AdSense account, but she'll get there. Yeah, it doesn't, you know, these things take time, and you need to sit down and read the contracts and terms and conditions, and yeah, just make sure it is actually right for you. Very long documents that you get when you go to accept to go into the YouTube partnership program. The dogs in the neighborhood are barking their heads off. Okay, Jake, it's okay. I might just mute for a second. Yeah, sorry about that. There must be someone going down to the back property next door. The dogs always just have to let us know. Being good guard dogs they are. I'm not sure if Jessie's still here, but yeah, looking forward to your videos coming up tomorrow. I have to check. Have you got them scheduled up yet? When I get off this live soon, it's been half an hour, I think. I am going to do some planning, sit down and plan what I'm actually going to work on. Like I've got loads of ideas, but then I really have to work out, is it the direction I want the channel to go in? I have people saying, oh, you should do a video on this and do a video, you know, on that, but Just going to make sure that it's in alignment with the channel. I get a lot more views on my unboxings and my Temus that I do on the meditation. But I know it's tricky, like, because you get subscribers that subscribe on a video because of that video and that content. But if then I go and put out a video on a different topic, will I lose those people? It's almost like I want to do a video for each topic, you know, each week, so I'm keeping the engagement. I don't know. And then we have people that just sit down and do lives, and that's all they do. Just watching my puppies. I've got to remember to water the plants, which is, you know, my husband does that every morning, so I better do that. Yeah. I'll take you on a bit of a tour through the garden. Let's see if I can move this camera. Like last time I did, like the gimbal is on, but last time I did it, it just moved like everywhere. The gimbal just like went crazy. I did a live at our Blossom Parade. I don't want to show you too much, but let's see. We've got our beautiful barbecue area here, but we need some furniture there. I'm going to do a barbecue. We've got the two puppies down there. I'm going to do a barbecue tonight. I'm not sure what time my husband, so we've got the barbecue. A bit of a mess over there. I'll tidy that up. Not sure what time my husband and son are going to arrive home. Sorry, I lost you because I forget the Wi-Fi only goes so far. But even though I've got the Wi-Fi only goes so far. But even though I've got the 5G on my phone, yeah, I won't go right down to the back of the property. I'd have to be on 5G for that, like right from the start, I think, because it just wasn't connecting. My husband loves succulents, hence why we're doing the candles. And his camellias, he loves his camellias. So yeah, my husband's hobby is his garden. Mine is at the moment diamond painting and YouTube. We've got a lot of camellias. So during one of the first pandemic lockdown we had, my husband built this out of scraps that we had. Or we used to have a sleep out, and it had these wooden floorboards in it. So he's repurposed those. He repurposed pretty much everything except for the plywood. I think he had a little bit of plywood here, but then he has bought a little bit just to finish and do the fretwork and stuff. But the posts, they were from an old sunscreen that we had. Some of the banister stuff is from the deck, from our deck. Yeah, so mostly repurposed, and he wasn't working. He was on medical leave because of his head injury when we went into the pandemic, but then he started working in July of 2020. He got himself rehabilitated enough to be able to work again after having about 2 years off. Imagine what that did to our finances at the time. Anyway, he kept himself busy. He did that. So if I go back, you can see it. There's our backyard. Puppy. Oh, I need to pick up that. So can I get it? The camera is going all over the shop. There. So that's, we built that. Our backyard is much better than the front yard. Front yard needs a bit of love. We've got fruit trees out the front. Lots of Chilean guavas. We love guavas as well. We've got heaps of those. Let me put you down. And do you like my dress? My sister gave me this. It's linen. And it's got nice 3/4 sleeves. It gets a bit hot in summer. No. We had some really hot days. She's only just given it to me about a month ago. But yeah, I really like it. Hey Tracy, how are you? Hi. Thanks for popping in. Hope you saw a bit of my garden, my husband's garden. When we moved in here it's coming up, it must be 20 years. The backyard was bare, like the previous owners, like, I think we had some flaxes in, maybe some cabbage trees, which is a New Zealand native tree. But they'd re-sown the lawn, so the lawn, it was just, yeah, nothing here. And we've planted, I think maybe the silk tree was here and some elm trees, but that was it. So we've planted a lot more native plants. Who's crying? Come on, puppy. Come on. You all right? Come on. You can come back up here. My husband built all of the deck and behind us. So these two stained glass windows, we're not sure the origin of them, but we think they are Rosicrucian. So the rose and the dagger cross, the dagger and a cross. So we used to own a big old villa. That was our first home, and we were there for about 7 years. I think it was close to 8 years. But underneath the house were these, so there were 4 stained glass windows. So we think the previous owner had removed them from a building, a church or a building, and kept them under the house for safekeeping. Maybe he was hiding them, but we found them. It was our house, we bought it. So yeah, when we moved, we took the windows with us. So my husband's just like built in this area. The glass cubes. Yeah, am I pointing to it right there? 1, 2, 3, and then a lot on this side. They came from a building that was being demolished in town. So we've got these here, and then we've got them in our laundry, which is just what I'm looking at right now. Go that way. Yeah. So we like to reuse stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go for about 45 minutes. Is it time to wrap it up? Is it time to wrap it up? And yeah, you want to wrap it up? We've got some other lives to listen to watch, and most definitely. So I think it's time to wrap it up. Otherwise, I'll just sit here and talk, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it's good to see everybody. Thanks for your support, and yeah, we'll see you in the next live, I think. Hope everyone has a beautiful, blessed day. Tracy, I hope you're feeling better. I know you've been not well, and yeah, get into those herbs. We've actually got elderberry flowering at the moment, so the flowers have just come out, and I thought about you and what you'd said about the elderberry. I've got my mother-in-law's best friend, she makes elderberry wine and like concentrate syrup, you know, for a cordial. She makes that. So I don't know if we've got enough flowers to do that. I think we've got one. I think maybe we've got 3 trees here. So I'll just see. I'll see how many flowers we get. Because that will be really good, you know, make that and get prepared for winter coming up. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody? We've also got silk tree, and my husband, like, I think a year or so ago, I learnt about silk tree and just how beneficial that is in the bark. Because we get really bad allergies, and you know, from the flowers, but the bark has, you know, almost like the opposite effect. So my husband's been making tea out of the bark from the silk tree. What's another name for silk tree? Acacia or something? I'm not sure. I'll look that up. And we've got manuka, which is a New Zealand, it's almost similar to tea tree or melaleuca. It's not the same as tea tree. Hey, guys, stop it. Enough. We're safe, okay? You don't need to bark and be silly. Yeah, so similar to tea tree, but it's a lot more milder. But you can make tea out of the bark, and you know, bees make honey from the flowers. It's just a really pretty plant. We've got lots of other plants here, but yeah, we can leave that for another video. But yeah, all right, I'm going to say goodbye before I have a squirrel thought and think about something else. But yeah, hope everyone has a beautiful, blessed day, and you are well and happy and living your best life, because we only have one. And yeah, love to you all. Bye. Let's try and turn this off without getting my hand on the screen. Okay, love you all. Bye.